Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to design this toy train wheel just like the one seen here. When we're done with all of our train parts, we're going to go ahead and assemble it later. But let's go ahead and get started. Come on up here to File and New Design. Let's go ahead now and start a sketch on our XY plane. Alright, and I'm going to grab my line tool here. I'm going to zoom in a bit and a little more so you guys can see. I'm going to start here at my origin. I'm going to make a line straight up that has a distance of 1. We'll come back and we'll dimension them later. Okay, and then I'm going to keep drawing out my line. Oh, my computer's going slow right now. I'm going to come across about 0.25 or so. I'm going to come down about 0.25. Come across about halfway for now. Come down. Okay, and you should have something that looks hopefully like this when you're done. Okay, I'm going to hit escape now. I'm going to just make sure that we have a perpendicular constraint right here. Okay, so that's make sure that's 90 degrees. You should have perpendicular constraints all the way around. Okay, I'm going to hit escape now. I'm going to go ahead and start adding some dimensions. So I'm going to come on over here to my sketch dimension tool. I'm going to drag this out to be 1 inch. This distance is going to be 0.25 inches. And this distance as well is going to be 0.25 inches. This distance, okay, 0.25 inches. And then this distance, this thickness here, we want that distance to be 0.125 inches. Okay, now I'm going to grab my circle diameter wheel here and I'm going to zoom in just so you guys can see something. Now I'm going to go across, I'm going to keep going until I find my midpoint. Boom, there's my midpoint right in the middle of that line. And I'm going to draw out a circle to the very tip here and click. Okay, I'm going to hit escape now to take me out of my line, my circle tool, excuse me, and I'm going to come over here and grab my trim tool and we're just going to go ahead now and trim some of the lines here. Okay. Alright, looks pretty good. Now my last thing I want to do is I'm going to add 4 fillets and I want them to be 0.0625. So I'm going to come here and type in 0.0625. Click here, and click there. Okay, and that's basically what our profile of our wheel. Imagine we could slice our wheel in half or a quarter. This is what it would look like. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead now and finish my sketch, and I am going to come on up here to the Revolve tool now, and profile, it says it's already selected the profile for me. So the axis I want to revolve it around, I want to select that now. And I want to select that guy right there. And there we go. 360 degrees, what we want. Hit OK. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and create those spoke features that you see on the wheel. So we're going to start a 2D sketch right here on that surface. Okay, and I'm going to now create a construction line. So I'm going to click over here on construction, grab my line tool, and I'm going to draw a line out that is perfectly horizontal out here. Okay, I'm going to hit escape, grab my line tool again. I'm going to create a line. Whoops, don't forget, sorry, my bad. Take off the construction line, please. Come back here to your line tool now, and let's draw a line something like this out here. And hit escape. Let's make one more, and something. Let's try that again. And something like this up here. Okay, hit escape. Let's grab our dimension tool now, and we want this to be 15 degrees, and we want the distance between these two lines to be 30 degrees. Okay, I want to hit escape. I'm going to grab my circle tool now, and if you notice in the assignment it gives you radiuses, but that's okay. We can just multiply these dimensions by 2 to give us the diameter here. So we notice the inner circle here has a radius of 0.375, so I'm going to type in 0.375 and multiply that by 2. Okay, I'm going to make another circle. Once again, it gives us a radius, so I'm going to drag out another circle here, and I'm going to dimension that circle to be 0.625 times 2. Okay, and now I'm going to grab my trim tool and I'm going to start trimming some lines here. That guy. Okay, so when you're done, all that you're going to want here is just this guy, this feature right here. I'm going to even trim my construction lines. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and finish my sketch. And I'm going to now extrude that guy the other way, a distance through all. Make sure it says cut. Hit OK. Alright, so now we got to make that circular pattern. So we're going to come on over here to create. Come on down now to pattern and circular pattern. Okay, so it's saying pattern type. Let's click on features, and then we're going to click on this guy right there. And so we select our object, the axes. You can select any of these guys. Let's select that one. And we don't want 3, we want 6 of them. And then hit OK. And there we go. Alright, and now we're going to create that hole right here in the middle. So we're just going to start a sketch right here. And this is for our axle to eventually go through. Okay, and I'm just going to create a point right there in the middle. And that's it for this sketch. Finish it. Make a hole. Click right there. And we want it to be a diameter of 0.28, and we want it to be a through hole. So in this case, go distance to all and hit OK. Alright, so now we need to create that feature that attaches to our linkage arm. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start an offset plane, offset from that surface a distance of 0.375, enter, and we're going to start a sketch on that guy, on that same plane. Okay, and then we're going to create a circle right sort of in this area, and I'm going to just go here to my origin and drag out a circle 0.25, enter. And just to make sure that it's horizontal with my origin, I'm going to click that. Okay, hit escape. And I want that distance from the origin to my center of my circle to be 0.7. Enter. Okay, now I'm going to finish my sketch. That's it for this sketch. And now I'm going to extrude it. Okay, I'm going to go the other way, distance to object. I'm going to click on the object I want it to go to, so that way. And I don't want to cut it, right? I want to join it. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, almost done. Let's start now a sketch on this surface right here. And I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to go to project. So I'm going to project that circle, and I'm going to find the center of that circle right there, and I'm going to draw out another smaller circle with a diameter of 0.125. Enter. I'm going to finish my sketch. We're going to extrude out that circle the same distance, 0.125. Enter. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and start a sketch on this surface here. Same thing, we're going to just project the geometry again. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Create a point. Where is that point? Right there. Okay. I think that's in the center. Yep. Okay, I want to finish my sketch now. Alright, let's come over here to our hole button here, or tool, and we're going to click on that point, and obviously that's too big, and we want the diameter of that hole to be 0.0625, and we want the depth of that hole to be 0.25. And remember, in this assignment in the train, all holes have a drill point to them, so make sure you select that drill point. Go ahead and hit OK. Alright, and that is it, but we want to always give it a material, so I'm going to go over here to physical material, and don't forget to save it, right? But I'm going to go down to wood here, and I believe for this assignment, to be consistent, we were using red oak. Okay, so I already made one, but I'm going to save it just to remind you guys. Wheel train 2. Okay. Alright, and that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.